So happy Thursday, happy hour reading. So yeah, these readings be late, I know. So I appreciate anybody that rocks with me during these lives. So let me go ahead and put the list up. If anyone's interested, happens to be up, like a reading, or feels like they might need some clarity or confirmation, you're more than welcome to purchase a reading. You can check out the menu. The menu that we have tonight will be linked in the chat, and it's also available in the description box. So check out the menu. There are 2 payment options for you. Please, no super chats. Okay. What you see is available. So if it's anything outside of Cash App or PayPal, it is not accepted. Okay. So I have posted the list of names of those of you who have already purchased the reading. Okay. So let's see what we got going on. Let me see what it allows here. No. Oh. All right. So the list of names is there. Hey, how are you, Mel? It wasn't too bad. Work was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a little crazy, but I can't complain. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm still learning some things. So it's just, navigating and learning new shit, new systems, protocols, so on and so forth. But other than that, yeah, it was okay. How was your day? I hope it was well. It might be Friday already where some of you guys are. Maybe, hopefully. Okay. Well, I haven't looked at y'all questions yet, so I will keep myself surprised. But yeah, I hope everybody's night is going well for them. Starting a new job tomorrow. Yeah, so it's just new stuff, Hey, Alexis, how are you? So let's see here. I'm not going to use this deck. The one that's on my table, I am. This other one, it's more of a love deck for me, so I'm not going to use it. It fell on the floor, and I'm just like correcting them, putting them back in order and stuff, but I'm probably not going to use these ones. I'm going to use these, the Flower Child Tarot. I love these so much. You just got home from work, too? Same. I just got home from work not too long ago. Hey, Monica. How are you? Yeah, girl. I'm excited for tomorrow. We got like some little anime theme stuff tomorrow. So I'm like, hey, I'll be in the house. Hey, give me some snacks and stuff. I don't know about the movie, they like the entertainment they're gonna be having. I'm not too sure if I'm interested in that, but the food and yeah. Hey, Tawanda, how are you, sis? If I miss some people, I'll add you to the list. Like Alexis, I see yours was a minute ago, 2 minutes ago. Okay, so I just got that one. Okay, so I'll add you to the list. You'll be whoever's listed. Let me see, Jennifer. So you would be person 6, Alexis. That's good. I'm glad you're great, sis. I'm okay. Like I can't complain. Like, granted, I feel like very overwhelmed because I feel like I've been crammed with a lot of new things lately, so just adjusting really. So it's a little bit of a burnout. I'm used to working like a few days out of the week, not like Monday through Friday. So now that's a little different for me. It's a little adjusting back to that. So balancing out the matrix life versus my spiritual life and my downtime and so on and so forth. Like, that's a balance. That's an adjustment. I know, I mean, what I can make of it, at least, the time for myself, like the weekends and when I'm off, you know, at night. But other than that, it is definitely a balance, adjustment, and a lot of energy too. A lot of energy that goes into this, for sure. Not just like the readings and stuff, but like the 3D, like my job and stuff. It's a lot of energy, a lot of different people interacting, and so you know how that go. Got to find that balance. It is definitely an adjustment. So, but other than that, I can't complain. Like, it's something new. I'm taking it in. I'm being open minded to it. Not bad. Taking it day by day. But other than that, I hope everybody's been well. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the live now. So, if you don't see your name and you just booked a reading, don't worry. I got you. Alexis, I see you. So I will add you to the list here. So if you scroll up, you'll see your name: Rosie, Monica, Mel, Breyonna, Jennifer, and Alexis is who I have so far. Okay. So let's hop right in. We're going to do the timestamps. Starting with Miss Rosie. Your timestamp is 7 minutes exact. 7 minutes on the dot. Okay. All right. Rosie. Um, Girl, I hope it's not the same person that I know, child, because I had fallen out with somebody with that name too. Like, we had to, I guess, part ways with that person, that friend. It was just. Anywho, so how do you conduct yourself after a friendship fallout with blank to maintain peace with yourself and foster healthy connections moving forward? Y'all be coming through with like the good questions, like how y'all word it, and it's very detailed. Okay, so let's tap in. Let's see. How should Rosie conduct herself after a friendship fallout with this person in question? It already came out. Okay, let's see what else. In order to maintain peace within herself and foster healthy connections moving forward, how should she conduct herself? Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. So you're still processing. You're still kind of like bandaging up some wounds and maybe cleaning up some wounds here with the friendship with this person. But how to conduct yourself as the Queen of Swords is, I feel like moving forward with that wisdom, it's easy to kind of maybe under this circumstance or this particular friendship, it might cause you to move, or maybe other friendships that you've also had as of recent may have gone left, where it could leave a bad taste in your mouth, where other people don't really stand a chance if you move kind of like in this bitter, kind of guarded, very on guard energy. But instead of that, how you should conduct yourself is just being more discerning of the types of people, and I feel like that goes for any connection, not just friendships, but each time, you have a falling out with the person, you learn something about yourself and you learn things about others. And so I feel like take those lessons that you learned about yourself, what it is that you want more of, want less of, what you feel like is healthy, what you see as unhealthy, maybe things within yourself that you feel like you could stand to correct or heal, or things that you should be like, you know what, I knowing that this friendship, like, it might have been based off of just trauma bonding at one point, no bad blood, it is what it is, I needed to grow, she needed, or they needed to grow. now I'm just going to move forward, and be open to more, connections that provide a sense of, healthy boundaries and building over time. We're not going to rush into it. We're not going to bond over things that are unhealthy, whatever the standard is for you. Moving in that energy is wise because there's a lot that has transformed about the way that you see things, maybe even the way that you speak or how you communicate, I should say, how you communicate with others, what it is maybe that you want to say, how you say it. But being very clear and direct, not being overly emotional or upset, getting in your feelings with someone. But really, I'm just be open to expansion because that's really what's happening for you. And it might be a period where you may have some friends that you still connect with, and it might be a season where you don't socialize as much. It doesn't mean that you don't have friends or that you don't see them or talk to them. It might be a little kind of like a period where you may not want to socialize as much with certain people, or just in general it might be like, I want to take some time out for me. I don't really feel like sitting on the phone with the girls, or my friends, or going out. It's like giving yourself that time for you. And I feel like when you do this, it's going to give you a better sense of direction when it comes to what kind of relationships or friendships, connections that you want in your life. And you're going to start manifesting based off of that newfound energy that you're in. So, like I said, it's easy to like dwell in this bitter energy or feel sad because there is a little bit, I feel like, of wounding or disappointment with the Ten of Swords there. And the Queen of Swords, she gives me scorned woman vibes sometimes, or a woman that has been through a lot but is very strong, or a person that has been through a lot and is strong and is wiser, is more protective of their energy, can be closed off, but in a healthy sense. It's like I'm checking and I'm protecting my energy because I know the value of it. So when you connect with other people, you're not just giving yourself away or just opening up to anyone. This person, they might have not been a user, but you might have felt like this person abused maybe something energetically when it came to you. And I heard trust or abuse like your um I don't know, I'm getting like care, like your caring nature, or maybe giving them a safe space that maybe they abused that. Sometimes people take advantage of those that they feel like they can always go to and run to. Like they only come to them when they want something type of thing. Or I know this person's not going to say no to me, or I know that this person's always going to be there. So it's like when things don't work out with, let's say, like other friends that don't treat them right, or a partner, a romantic partner is not there, then it's like, oh, now you want to talk, now you want to call me, now you want to hang out, now, you know what I mean? Like, until you don't need me anymore. It's kind of giving that for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting as far as how to conduct yourself and move forward with healthier connections, or how to foster healthy connections moving forward. So I hope that was helpful, Rosie. If you're listening live or just after the live, I hope that was helpful. And now that I'm thinking about it, please don't shoot me. I forgot about your Christmas read. Like, that really slipped my mind. So I'm gonna make a note of it so I can do that this weekend. So, girl, I apologize. I appreciate you for being patient. You didn't even bring it up again, but that's my bad. So, yeah, I'm gonna get back to you on that one. Okay. Let me screenshot it so I can go back and remind myself. I'm gonna send it to you because I work Monday through Fridays now, so should just be escaping me unless I put it on a calendar, child. I will forget. All right. But that is your reading, sis. Much love to you. Much blessings to you moving forward with your connections and your friendships. So I'm going to go ahead and move on down the list to Miss Monica. We clear all previous energies out with love, light, and peace to all. Amen and ashe. Miss Monica, your time stamp is 1440. You guys have some interesting numbers. Rosie had 7 on the dot, and yours is 1440. Okay, so Monica, your questions. Any messages from your divine partner / future spouse? and any general insights into the upcoming job interview or job you've applied for. Okay, so I'm gonna I don't know if I want to pull some love cards to clarify. I might just to confirm, but I'm gonna use a tarot. I'm just gonna go straight off the tarot, no love message cards, and see what comes through for you. All right, so Monica asked her friendship to tap into her future spouse, her divine partner / future spouse's messages. What messages might her future spouse, divine partner have for her at this time? Any messages from their heart, their soul to hers, their heart, their mind, and their soul to her that they would want her to know that I have permission to tap into and relay to Monica. Divine Spirit, we cast down familiar spirits, trickster spirits, anything that is not of the divine source or the person in question, energy. Amen. Anashe. What's this person? Messages. Chariot. Their way to you and your way to them is not as tedious maybe as it might appear or what you might expect it to be. So for instance, like, let's say, because I'm just gonna say this, because the Three of Cups and the Empress is like, there's no one that compares to you to the person that is meant for you, right? The person that is meant for you, they're only going to see you, and it's not anything necessary that you have to necessarily do other than be your pure authentic self. And it might be some things that maybe you could work to accept and embrace about yourself, because sometimes we can delay things if we don't believe that we're worthy of it, or we feel like we got to be something else or we got to perform. And even then, sometimes even with the right person, in spite of what you think is a flaw or what you think might be a hindrance or something that you might think is a turnoff for your person, actually isn't. It might be the very thing that they look at and they say, you know what, I love you unconditionally. And it might be that thing that lets you know that, hey, like, all I got to do is be myself with this person. I don't have to perform. Like with people that are not necessarily for you, or people that maybe you want, that ultimately you might be settling for. You might say, oh, I know that they're not really all of this, and you settle. Or they'll say to you like, oh, if only you were like this, or you were different, or you feel like you got to be something different for this person. When it comes to your divine partner, your future spouse, that's not the case. All you got to do is show up as you, and there's no one in comparison to you. So what you might be thinking, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that, I got to play catch up, or I got to change this about my hair, my weight, or maybe I'm too much for a person energetically, or my personality, maybe I should be more like this. No, as long as you're being your authentic self in a healthy way, and it's pure loving energy towards yourself, and you're moving in that, and even the parts of yourself that maybe you feel like, oh, it's not all that great. It's not to say that if you feel like you need to have a healthier diet, that you should just be like, oh, I can just be this way and my person's going to love it. It's like, your person's going to love you through every phase and stage that you are. But health is also a part of self-love. So if it's coming from a place of health and not so much, oh, I just got to look good, there's a difference, right? So I would say a message from your person is that the way to each other is not as hard as you might think. It's not as pressuring, and it's definitely no one in comparison to you. To the right person, you are that. You're just what they love, what they like, what they want. There's nothing that you need to do in a way that's inauthentic that's going to attract your person. Just being your authentic self, you can never do the right or wrong thing to the person. They're just going to vibe with you. They're going to love you as you are, even in the challenges. And I always tell people this, it's not to say that it's okay to bring baggage and drama and abuse, your person's grace and love towards you. But we're all human. We have flaws. We have things about us that we could work on. And we may not be the most handsomest, most prettiest person in the world, but to our person, we are what they want, what they like, what they need, and what they love. So, yeah, It's not that tedious. That's what they want you to know. That is their message to you. And there could be something with threes because there's a correlation between the Three of Cups and the Empress. Empress is the third major arcana. Maybe 33 is significant. So it's really about your ascension process within yourself. Your evolution, your growth is the most important thing that you should focus on. And the path to your person, as long as you're on the path towards bettering yourself on an internal level, and that maybe working through comparison, maybe there's a glimpse of who you would like to be, who you used to be, and who you think you are right now, that maybe you're working through that. And there's this energy of acceptance. You're learning something about yourself each time or each growth process that you go through. But ultimately, that person, their person is going to see you beautiful in every stage of your life. Even if you tell them about, oh, I used to be the dumb girl at the bar that used to just fall for every guy and blah, 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 or think every guy was the one. And they might laugh and be like, oh, that's cute or something. Or, you're not that same person. It's like, they're not going to judge you for who you used to be, who you are now. And this person is going to love you in all phases, pretty much, is the message that keeps coming through. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Let's see what the energy is around this interview, this upcoming interview. What should you know? Anything that you need to do? Let's see. Miss Monica. Is there anything that you need to do? Thank you, Divine Spirit. Or no, maybe. Wow, you got a lot of good cards. A lot of good cards. The Devil's at the bottom, Nine of Swords at the top. So whatever it is that you're fearing, don't move in that fear. And like I tell everyone, that when you are going for something, whether it's a job or an opportunity, go into it with an optimistic attitude. And even if it's something that either you get it or you don't, go in with an optimistic attitude, as something is still coming my way. If not this, there's something beautiful that is still going to come my way. Because I do get that there's some sort of positive outcome. If it's not that you get the job, there's something still to look forward to. There's something like a wish fulfillment that is going to happen for you, that is going to come to pass. So I don't want to like instill any false hope into a particular specific thing, but just know that if not this, there is definitely something that is a wish fulfillment for you, something that you feel right at home with, something that you feel happy about. It's like a new beginning, a birthing of maybe a completely new type of job experience, if not like a different title or position. There's something that's new that's being birthed out of this. So it's interesting because you have the Sun and the Empress, and I'm kind of getting this like mother and baby child, or this Empress is birthing out the Sun energy. So this is new beginnings. This is something that maybe kind of feels nostalgic. If not nostalgic, then it feels like you're right at home. You're very comfortable. You might be really happy or excited. So whatever the job is, if it's not this, just know that you are going to land something that you are going to feel ecstatic about. Like it's a wish fulfillment. Like it might be, if not just the job itself, it could be the perks that come along with it. Like, oh, I always wanted, an office in this type of setting or this type of environment, these benefits, the pay, maybe the paid time off, the I don't know, the hours, something that you're going to be like, this is perfect. This is it. Maybe it's the distance from, maybe not having to drive so far, or you like the area that it's in. It's like something that's going to be like, this is what I really want. This is what I like. And the fact that you have the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, I feel like it's perfect. It just feels perfect. There's nothing really that you have to complain about, whatever the job is that you're going to land. So if specifically, if I had to give you advice as far as this particular interview, go into it with positive expectations, meaning, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to be open. And if the experience is for me, the door will open. If it's not, I know that I haven't even found that job that's meant for me, but I'm getting more so go in with a positive energy, positive attitude, because all these cards seem really like upbeat, like very sunny, vibrant, confident. So yeah, I wouldn't even think too much into it. I wouldn't even worry about it with the devil and nine of swords. Like break free of whatever the fears are that you have, because that reassurance that you are going to land what is meant for you. Okay. Period. And my camera seems like it is crooked like that. Okay. All right, Miss Monica. I hope that this message or messages, both readings and messages, were helpful, insightful, encouraging, or confirmations for you. And I'm sending you the best of not even luck, whatever's of your highest good. May it come to pass for you, but that you have a good experience, that you take something positive from it. If not the job itself, then just the experience, something positive. Okay. All right. So, Miss Mel, you're up next. You're welcome. Try to get some rest. I don't know if it's tomorrow, but if not, if it's next week, whatever, just relax your mind. Just be at peace, be at ease. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Miss Mel. And your timestamp is, and I can't see, I got it been down, 26:43. Yeah, 26 minutes. All right, Miss Mel. Okay, so your question is, oh, having second thoughts about ending things with blank too early, or that you could have just offered friendship. More insight into how this person is feeling about you now / your connection. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see. Person in question that Mel is asking about. We clear our previous energies with love, light, and peace, and healing, protection. Amen. Ashe. That's the person that's happened to Mel's energy and the person whom she's asking about. What is this person's current feeling about Mel and their connection that she has permission to know and to see? Okay, so first card out was the Hierophant. Wow. Girl, hold on. I just dropped a significant amount of cards. Hold on. Okay. A lot of cards fell out. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they got something they want to say. Let's see. You feel like you didn't give him a fair chance or more time. Let's see. What is this person's? Okay. All right. So lovers. So 1, 7 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 2 of Cups. This person may be mirroring you with kind of wondering what possibly could have been. Maybe they feel like there was some potential there. With the Hierophant, the lovers, like maybe a potential deeper bond, deeper connection. If not a commitment, then just like a deeper bond or connection between the two of you. Like, let's say maybe a friendship, or at least dating each other to see, like dating more so on a specifically dating each other, maybe not like openly dating, like we're dating each other, but we're also open to date other people. It's like more exclusively dating to kind of feel each other out, see if you want to take that next step to committing or something along the lines of that. It's like they may feel like there was more to explore, um, but they also feel too like it may not be the most rational way of thinking. It's like hypothetical thinking, idealistic thinking, not really grounded thinking. This person feels like sometimes they can be impulsive, or they feel like the choices or decisions that they do make sometimes can be based off of too much emotion. So this person may be trying to guard themselves, be more, how to explain it, I guess you could say, be more intentional and clear in their intention, not just all like, oh, I feel this and I want this and I think this, or it's like, no, this is the facts, this is what it is, this is the experience, it's the exchange, that sort of thing. But you guys could be mirroring each other to an extent with this. um I wouldn't think about it too much from a place of regret, but more so of just like, okay, let's lay out the practical facts, because sometimes when we think too deeply into, oh well, what if and what if that, is coming from a hypothetical place sometimes, or like what we wish could have happened or wish we would have saw. But it's like, go back to your original decision or choice, and not to say that it necessarily is right or wrong, but just going back to that original place and saying, okay, what was it that called me to maybe cut this connection short? What was it? Was it fair? Was it just? Or was it, me rushing or being too impulsive or just being triggered by, like, what was the reason? And be honest and be practical and be rational about what it is. Like, sit with yourself. Because sometimes, yeah, we can make decisions based off of emotions at the time, like, oh, this person said this, I don't like that, rather than asking the person, well, conversating, picking their brain instead of jumping to conclusions or making assumptions. Oh, this person was 5 minutes late to our date. Oh, I already know this person's not going to be a good idea. Rather than, okay, like, hearing the person out. Does it sound fair? Does it sound true? And then give them a chance. If they do it again, it's like, oh no, this is a pattern. Maybe, that's different. But yeah, I'm getting more so like this person is also kind of like thinking about the potential of what could have been, but there's also this like, but wait, yeah, I have a tendency maybe to jump to conclusions or be, um, a little bit too much in my head, or I start getting caught up in fantasies and ideas and then not really paying attention to what's there. So although this person could, feel as though there could have been potential and they may even still be curious about what it could have been, there is a part of them that's like, kind of, but wait, like, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Like, what's the truth? What's real? And I do feel like this person guards themselves a lot. They're very protective of, like, getting themselves maybe emotionally tied into things or connections or committing too soon. This person can run sometimes from their emotions. So I feel like it's fair for this person to be like, wait a minute, is this coming from a healthy place, or is this coming from guardedness, fear, or coming from a place of fantasy and idealism? It's kind of what I'm getting from that energy. So let's tap into your next question. Hopefully I explained that well. Um, what is this person's perception of why things ended? Is it a vibe that they may try to reconnect with in the future, or should you just let things go? Okay. Let's see, Spirit. What do you want Mel to know? What do you want her to know? As far as this person, what is their perception? This person in question's perception of why things ended between themselves and Mel. They may have felt like you seen something toxic about them. Yeah, let me see here. Let me share before I, yeah. Um Maybe something about them that you feel like could have been more mature. Um this person is not really sure. It's like, it could be an assumption with the devil card. Like, there could be some things that they feel like you saw as red flags. Like, you felt that they were being deceptive, or maybe even a player vibe with the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Like, there wasn't a healthy exchange of energy, or it's almost like you would have been shortchanged. Like, their perception is that you felt like you wouldn't get what you deserved in the situation. And maybe that all this person was a good time, or all they wanted was something sexual. With the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, the devil and the moon, that does give like player vibes, like a fuck boy. Like, I'm out just to deceive and get what I want, have some fun, something toxic to where you're not really sure what you're going to get out of the situation. It doesn't feel promising. So their perception is why things ended is that you felt like you would have been shortchanged, or that you were being shortchanged. Like this person didn't have enough to offer you or give you. And I want to say, for the most part, this really, personally, what I feel is that with the Emperor at the top or at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Swords at the top of the deck, it's like they feel like your convictions about them were correct. This person knows themselves. There could be their perception of why things ended could be that they understand themselves. They know that their shadow, like they are able to identify their shadow self. They know their ways and their patterns might not be healthy. So it's like, I already know why this ended. I can already see that this person wouldn't be getting what she deserves. And they feel like you saw that and you knew that, like you were wise enough to see and discern that for yourself. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this person, just based off of the energy and based off of the cards that came out, I'm not getting a strong indication that this person would try to reattempt to reconnect with you again. Because again, like this person's energy feels like they know that they have some toxic ways about them, and they feel like either they would be a bad influence on you, or that you would see them as such, like if you really knew them, and maybe you already saw some things that make you go, like I don't think so. I don't feel like this would be a fair connection, so I'm not engaging. That's kind of what I'm picking up from that. Because part of their perception of why things end is because they know, their ways, and they feel like you see that, like you have the ability to discern when someone is going to waste your time, or whether something's worth putting in the time or the energy into, or getting to know them. So they know. And I think I picked this up for you before. I'm not sure if this is the same person per se, but I did get like a similar energy that this isn't the first time that a person dated them and it kind of fell apart, or a person kind of backtracked or backed away, because there's something about this person that may be toxic, or something that people just like, nah, this isn't going to work. So I'm kind of getting that same energy again. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm picking up. So that was your read, sis. I hope that was helpful. I mean, it probably just confirmed what you already felt. Like you said, that is what you were thinking about him. So yeah, that seems about on right, on point. Okay. All right, sis. So you're welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and move on down the line to Miss Breyonna. Let's get your timestamp, sis. It yours. Dang it, I can't see from this angle. Some of the numbers start looking like 3812, if that makes sense. Either that or I'm like dyslexic or something. I don't know. 3812 is your timestamp. So, Breyonna, your question, you said, in what way is your spiritual team currently assisting you regarding your love life? That's a good question. And what's currently stressing your inner child out the most? That's a good question. That's a good regulation with self. You know what? Since you'll read like your questions, like a lot of y'all questions, actually, I should say, are good topics of readings, or like just journaling, or just like sitting with self and meditating. Like these are actually good things to ask yourself. Like that last question, especially, what currently stresses your inner child out the most? Like that's really a good question to regulate and tap in and check in with self. I like that. So first question, in what way is your spiritual team currently assisting you regarding your love life? Cards already flying out. If y'all see my naps, it's okay. All right, Justice. Flew right out of the deck. Two of Cups, the World, Ten of Pentacles. I feel like, for one, they're helping you to close out certain chapters and cycles in your life when it comes to certain relationships, and not just romantic ones, of course. I feel like any connection that is personal or holds some sort of effect over you. starting with the relationship you have with yourself. Like there might be certain things that you're going to come into harmony and balance and understanding within yourself, and certain parts of yourself that you may be saying goodbye to or laying to rest properly and lovingly. um yeah, certain like contracts I'm hearing, like spiritual or just relationship connections, like are ending. They've served their purpose, and that again starts with you, like your relationship with yourself. There's certain aspects of you that you are coming into, like I said, coming into harmony and agreement, balance with. um I'm hearing union with self, marriage to self, like a commitment to self, discipline, honoring yourself, loving yourself in a way, and a part of yourself where you're saying, okay, it's time to divorce this part of myself or say goodbye to this part of myself. And that goes with connections as well in your life. Like your inner world reflects your outer world. So any connections that you are saying yes to or committing yourself to, they're helping you to make wise choices and decisions when it comes to what and who you commit your energy to, not just on a romantic level, but anyone in your life that you say yes to. I'm going to commit to this friendship, or I'm going to commit to, could even be like family, generational patterns. Like I'm divorcing these patterns within my family, within my bloodline, by me saying no or this or that, or I'm agreeing to this or to that. It's like they're helping you to be more wise and discerning when it comes to that, because they're creating, I feel like, a space or a new energy to plant seeds and grow a healthier foundation in your life. And that includes your family life, your home life, a life with your partner, your children. Like this is what they're helping you with. And the temperance is definitely confirming that. There's your inner child right there with the Page of Cups, I feel like. So it's like, technically, I want to say like the Page of Cups almost, for me, what I'm picking up is like your highest self, your purest form of yourself. Although it's called a child, it's really just a pure form of you, yourself. And the Temperance card, for like, is your divine team. So your inner child self, your purest self, your purest heart self, there's a lot of healing that's assisting you as well. Like that part of yourself that's assisting you, if that makes sense. And the Temperance being your divine team, assisting you through the process of healing. And it is a process that has its own natural time and flow. It's not something that, oh, I'll get done with this in like 2 weeks, or I'll be done with this in 5 more months, or by next year. It's like, it's not based off of that structure. It's based off of energy flow, if that makes sense, vibration. Okay, so that is what I'm getting, how they're assisting you with your love life. And that could just be like the now, this chapter. It doesn't have to be the only thing that they assist you with, or, when it comes to your love life. But as of right now, in this chapter, yes. Or period, whatever. All right, so what currently stresses your inner child out the most? Four Wands, try to flip forward, but let's see. Inner child self, Breyonna's inner child self. What currently stresses Breyonna's inner child out the most? I don't know if you feel rushed, feel pressured. Interesting. The World card again, with the King of Swords at the top of the deck. There could be some pressure or feeling rushed. It could be like a male energy. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be someone, let's say, like, I don't know, a family member, a coworker, an ex. Like, it's something where this could kind of trigger this anxious feeling rushed, feeling pressured. Maybe even sometimes as a mother, feeling like you have to play the role of the mother and the father sometimes. Like King of Swords definitely could be your energy, but it's like this masculine energy that's, it's kind of causing this stress or this pressure. You feel rushed. So the inner child may feel like there's not a safe space to process or to flow, to be present in the way that it needs. This could even be like sometimes work related with the Eight of Pentacles, financial related. There's definitely some sort of masculine energy that plays a strong, like significant, I should say, role in what stresses your inner child out currently. And maybe just really, if you pay attention from previous times that you felt that stress or that inner child felt, it could be a reflection of like a masculine figure in your childhood or in your youth that made you feel overwhelmed, made you feel maybe like you had to perform, or you needed to rush, you needed to hurry up, you needed to, it's kind of like map something out a particular way. So it's like, if I look at the Ace of Wands versus the Ace of Cups, because for some reason I keep looking at these two cards and then the Knight of Swords. The Ace of Wands to me is giving like a masculine energy, very fast, very assertive, where the Ace of Cups is feminine. It's more in a flow, more receptive. These are two different opposite energies from one another. So that's why it feels kind of like I want to process things in a moderate way, in a peaceful way, in a flow, but there's something that's making me feel like I have to quick, fast, hurry, run type energy. And that could be what's stressing your inner child out the most, or it's something or someone, a masculine energy. Masculine energy doesn't have to be a person. It could be, like I said, something within you, or the way that you do things, or you feel the pressure to have to do things a certain way. Yeah, that's what I'm getting as far as what's currently stressing your inner child. Could be work related. Oh, I got to do this. I got to manage this. I got to do that in a way that it's like, it's pushy, if that makes sense. And this could be, with the World card coming out again, now it's at the bottom of the deck, what your inner child and your highest self, I should say, your divine team is trying to get you to, I don't feel like it's merged with and unify in this instance, but more so like divorce or cancel out this type of energy. Let's say it's like too high performing. It's not a healthy performing energy, or assertive energy, or independence, or managing the self. It's something that's pressuring. It's something that feels, I hear the word dogmatic. So yeah, let me know if that makes sense. Could even be like a shift around pace, or shift around changes and new beginnings, but it's like the way to that is not as pressuring, or it shouldn't be as pressuring, or as heavy, or force filled. You know, there should be a flow or ease, or a piece to it. And if it's something that requires you to show up in a certain manner or timeline, it shouldn't feel like it's taking from you. Does that make, I hope I'm making sense when I say this. I don't even know if you still up. I know we on the same time zone, but yeah, that is what I'm getting for you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who else we got? We got two more. Let me see, Mel. Let me see how many, because I want to make sure I'm not overwhelming myself. Let me see. No, that's fine. I got Jennifer and Alexis. That's okay. Yeah, you can, Mel. But yeah, Breyonna, I hope that was helpful, sis. I'm sending much love to you. Healing energy. And that was a really good, I like that last question. That was really good. I might save that for myself and like do some inner child reflecting off that question. Okay. So Jennifer. No, it's okay. I'm Jennifer and Alexis. Yeah, that's fine, Mel, if you want to. I don't mind, because I think Jennifer had a love question and Alexis only had one question. So that's fine. It's not too much. We good. We good for time. Let's see, Jennifer, your timestamp is 49 minutes to be exact. Okay. So, love question for Miss Jennifer. Long time no speak, sis. I hope you've been well. Let's clear out all previous energies with love, light, and peace, and protection to surround them. Amen and ashe. All right, Miss Jennifer, let's tap in. Let's see what's going on. The love energy surrounding you and your person of interest. What does Divine Source want you to know? What does your divine team want you to know? Dang. Okay, hold on. 2 cards, 3 cards. I mean, I don't know. Let me see. Gotta bend down. All right. I know I cleared the deck, but I feel like it's still picking up Breyonna's energy. I could be wrong. If the same cards want to come out, by all means, come back out. But if not, because I'm kind of getting a feeling that that's Breyonna's energy still. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jennifer and her person of interest. What is the energy? What is the energy? Okay. You know, that's part of intuition. Sometimes I be like, this, nope. I don't feel like, nope. Mm-mm. Yeah. And you got to put the cards back. Because sometimes, like, this is the thing, too. Because I think people be thinking, like, reading tarot is easy. And I don't mean just like, oh, just read off the basic meanings. But no, like, to intuitively, like, decode the messages in the card in your own way. It's not really what it seems like. People think it's that easy. No. I mean, it is easy once you like are tapped into yourself. And even then, like sometimes you might be like, oh, I don't know. Like, is it? But like certain cards that come out and you look at the energies and you put to it's like a math problem. Like you could add up like four in so many different ways, like using different numbers. It's not always 2 + 2 that gets four. It might be 3 + 1 that you know what I'm saying? So when I see certain cards, I feel like there's someone's energy still picking up in the cards. So I gotta reshuffle, put them back. Especially if I see some of the same cards, same energy. I'm like, nah, let's clear the deck out again. For whatever reason, let's clear it out. But in this instance, I feel like we got you. We got your energy. So 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands, the Fool, and the Empress. I don't know. I always get the same vibe from the person that you ask about. You could be in your head as far as this person's moves towards you, or what moves are they going to make, if they're going to make a move, or why aren't they. It's like something about this person being in the position of dominance when it comes to actions towards the connection or towards you, and you're in this maybe this limbo state. Okay, are they going to do this, are they not, should I do something? It's like there's a suspenseful energy around this, I feel. This person is like kind of basking in this energy, and it may not be in a malicious way, but they feel comfortable in it. Like, okay, well, this person waiting on me. Oh, I got time. Okay, well, you know, they're comfortable with maybe not having to be assertive in some way, or making a choice or decision, or moving or showing up, stepping up. It's like they're comfortable in this energy. And I feel like this person does want they do want a connection with you, but it's like this person is not as confident maybe as they like present to you. Or how do I say it? It's kind of like this person projects to you that they know what they want. They may have even told you things like, yeah, I want this to happen between us, and this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want. But in all actuality, this person's not that confident to approach this. So it's like they're comfortable being nonchalant. They're comfortable with just kind of leaving things up in the air and just going with the flow and just taking it day by day. Whereas your energy is requiring a little bit more maintenance as far as building a connection. It's requiring more affections, attention, and not like in a needy sense, but just like in a healthy sense, like a grown woman sense, like in a natural connection. Like I'm gonna show you, like I'm gonna break it down because it might sound a little weird, but how I'm seeing this full card. Okay, let's put it into perspective like this. Let's say there's a man and a woman that's expecting a baby. The woman is like in her second to third trimester, close to giving birth, right? And you got this father that's acting like a young teenager. They're still doing the same things that they've always done. And there's a more mature person or parent, the mother. It's like, no, we got to go to the baby classes. We got to do our, I don't know, mom and dad bonding with the baby, and learn how to prepare for the birth and labor and such, if anything should happen. um let's start getting the room ready for the baby. Let's get our finances in order, whatever the mature thing is to do. And the father is kind of like, oh, well, we can just wing it. We can just figure it out. We got this. we'll figure out the financial stuff later when the baby comes. We don't need to go to those labor classes. We'll figure out. We're going to the doctor anyway. We're gonna have a nurse and a doctor. What do we need to do that for? And it's kind of like that. And if you're just like, okay, whatever, I got this, I got it. You don't gotta worry about it. I got it. It's giving that energy. That's kind of the vibe I get from this. In short, if that makes sense. So the Chariot card. Okay, thank you, Mel. The Chariot card is at the bottom and the Nine of Swords at the top. Yeah, this is something that does like kind of stress you out, if not like literally just like frustrates you really, or takes up a lot of your mental space, because I feel like you're at a point, a breaking point, where it's almost like you're getting to the point, if not already, like I'm at my wit's end, or you're almost there. It's like I can't do it no more. And when I see the Chariot card sometimes in relationship reads, it is like a point here where it's like, okay, we can be in unison, or we can be on one accord with each other, synchronized, on the same, we're seeing eye to eye on what path we want to take or what direction we want to go in. And we really are willing to like see it through and work through it and be disciplined and work through what we need to work through together to make our relationship healthy, because it's not about things being perfect and always being in agreement. Is, can we work through our issues together? Do we have the discipline? Do we have the will? Do we have the want, the desire, the choice to show up for each other and show up for ourselves? Or we can just go our own separate ways. And it's kind of, that's the point of kind of like the crossroads within the connection, because I feel like there are things that can be complementary at the same time. It can be things that pull you guys apart if it's not a balance, or it's not a matured energy. Because I can tell you right now, it's like the opposites can definitely attract in a healthy way, but it can also be what causes the discord. So like a woman that, or a person that's more mature, more, nurturing and loving, can work for a person that might need grounding, might be a little too, misguided. And a person that is like more optimistic and open, sometimes it can be carried away and be misguided, can also help the more mature person kind of ground themselves and loosen up a bit. But if it's not a willingness to have discipline individually, show up for each other, show up for the connection and work through that, then that could be the discord. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Yeah. That is what I'm saying, child. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that answers any questions that you might have had lingering, or anything that's frustrating to you. So at this point, it's like, okay, do I have the will to commit and show up for myself within this connection? And not only that, is this person also on that same page? Because if not, it's like I can say yes to all these things. And again, a baby, we can both go half on a baby. But if I'm the only person that's willing to show up as a parent, or willing to learn and be disciplined and be mature and wise and grow up and prepare, and the other person like, oh, let's just wing it, let's just, that's not going to work. Same thing with the connection. It's a choice for both partners to show up. One person can be completely committed, the other person can be like, oh, let's just wing it, oh, not taking it seriously, not working on themselves, not, it's that's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stall the chariot. It's not going to move. One part of the chariot is like one horse is moving forward and the other horse is going left or going right. It's not going to go right. It's not going to move in the right direction. Shoot, the right direction might be straight. The straight direction might be the wrong direction. Might need to go left or right. But if we're not on the same accord, that chariot is just going to be like stalled. Like, what are we doing? Or off the rails. Okay. All right. So that was your reading, Jennifer. I hope that made sense or clears something up for you. But yeah, don't overextend yourself, Oh wow. What's it called? Chat GBT. That plays like scary sometimes. Like you'd be like, help me like how to express this. And to be like, like what the fuck? This is crazy. It's okay. Yeah, I got you. This weekend, I'll send your reading out to you. And I just remembered. Yeah, chat. That stuff is scary. Like, people be writing like their whole sermons and stuff for church under that. Like, okay, I want to talk about Christ and the fish and this, and that. And like, that thing be like, okay, well, you can run it like this. You're like, what? That's scary shit. AI is something else. I'm telling you. All right, so Miss Alexis, and then Mel, you'll be after Alexis. I'll put you as Mel part 2. Yeah, part 2. All right, so Alexis, you're up next. Sis. I cannot see 60. Is that 60? Yeah, 60. What? 6002 timestamp. 54. Okay. Okay, 102 actually. 54. Okay. All right. So, Miss Alexis, your question is, how can you manifest more financial abundance into your life right now? I got something for y'all tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy it, but kind of like already ahead, sis. So it doesn't have to just be finances, but I got something for y'all tomorrow. So, but yeah, so your question, let's get to it. Let's see. We clear out previous energies with love, light, and peace, and healing to all parties involved. May they be divinely covered and protected. Amen and ashe. Okay, so what can you do? Let's see. What is best advised of your highest good, and power, and wisdom, capabilities? How can you manifest more financial abundance into your life right now? What can you do to do that? Could be practical, could be magical, can be a little bit of both, that balance. See, I just had to explain. I just explained this to Jennifer from the previous reading I was reading, and then that energy came up in her reading. So now I'm like getting her energy popping up again. So let's clear this out. And the lover's at the bottom, so I know I ain't tripping. Okay, hold on. Let's clear this out, Spirit. If I wasn't clear enough, let's clear the energy. We're asking about Alexis, her energy. Ask for permission to tap into her energy surrounding her financial abundance, and what can she do to manifest more of it in her life right now? What is of her highest good? There we go. There we go. See? See? All right. Yeah, I see. Okay. There could be some sort of stagnancy when it comes to either the work environment or something in particular with work. It may not be the whole entire, let's say it may not be the company or the building. It could be the people you work around. It could be the position. Maybe it's time to elevate, which I feel like it is. It's something calling you into independence if it's the same particular field that you're in, if it's something else that's calling your attention. It's time to progress. There might even be a little bit of a fear of cutting ties with something familiar. Um, yeah, there's something that's on the horizon or at its peak, or something that it's like spirit's telling you to rise to some sort of occasion. And I don't know why, but I'm getting like Easter Sunday, or he's risen. There's like this bunny rabbit is standing out to me, and this sun in the back. It's like something about resurrection. It's giving Easter vibes, and I don't know why. Mm. It's like something new, like something might be dying out and something is emerging. And it could be literally a time sensitive thing because Easter is coming to mind. Easter is, I don't know if it's April or March. I can't remember if it's the end of March or if it's April. I don't remember what. And I don't even want to make it too time sensitive as like it has to be this year, but for some reason, I do feel connected to that energy with this read. So it could be April if it does fall around that time, because like I said, Easter is coming to mind. So it could be around that. And or I'm also getting the metaphor of just something new on the horizon for you. It's like you might be stagnant because you're in a situation that's kind of fizzling out, or it's calling you to apply yourself more or in a new direction. It's like it's time for you to level up, elevate past where you are. So like if you've been in a complacent spot or something that just, it seems comfortable, but it's not working for you anymore. Yeah, that is a sign that it's time for something new. Now, I don't want to like overwhelm people and be like, oh, you got to leave your job and then it's time, unless that's something that you ultimately know, or something that you'll come into awareness of, like, okay, I feel like it's time to go, or it's time for me to maybe raise my hand when the promotion comes up, or an opportunity for a new position comes about, or applying for something, you know what I mean? Like, or completely different direction altogether, whatever that may be. It's like something with, I feel like your current work energy, situation, environment, or people, something around that. It's like it's time for an elevation. That's where the stagnancy is coming from. That's really what I'm getting as far as this, where this abundance, like financial abundance, it's time for some sort of switch up. It's time for you to step into a seat of a higher position, I feel. It can be on either month. Yeah, I don't even know what it is this time of year, or this time of year, this year. Like, when does Easter Sunday fall? Let me see. April 20th. Damn, why? That is crazy. I've never heard of Easter being, I could be tripping, but I've never heard of Easter falling that late into the month. That's crazy. Wow. On the 20th. 420. How we gonna be, people gonna be celebrating Christ's resurrection, getting high and shit. Oh my God. Anyway, like after church, people be doing that anyway. After church, let's go and go smoke something. People, how they do. Some church people. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing, sis. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know if April could be significant. Okay. But I do feel like it's time for you to give birth to some new things, some new energy. Like I feel like that's where the stagnancy comes from. Because you're not stuck, even though it might be a perception of it, and it could be a fear, it could be fear of losing something. I'm getting comfortability. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. The world card is at the bottom of the deck, so and three swords. Yeah, it's like it's either this, because sometimes like when things end, we think that it's the end of the world, right? Rather than seeing it's like it's a new beginning. When one door closes, as they say, right, another door opens. But sometimes even what we feel like is a failure, it could just be. And someone said it really best. I came across this woman and she said something that really stuck with me ever since. We can take something that doesn't work out as a failure, rather than seeing it as an opportunity to redirect and figure out what works best for us, what will, be better in alignment, rather than looking at it as a failure or a loss or missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope that was helpful, Alexis. Ring the bell of some sort. Confirmation. Yeah, because I could have sworn to Wanda that, because I get confused too. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure, at least as far as I can remember, Easter would always fall on April. That's what I would recall. But sometimes I do remember it being like towards the end of the month of March or something like that, but not usually. But 420, that's crazy. That's really late in the game. But anywho, when is spring equinox? Spring equinox is in the end of March, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it is. But anywho, Alexis, I'm sending much love to you. I don't know if you're still up, if you're still watching or listening, but whenever you do, I hope that this message rung a bell and was helpful and insightful, or maybe even confirming something for you. Okay. All right. So, Mel, thank you for your patience. So, this will be my last read for the evening for tonight. And I'll put the timestamps up for you guys so you can come back and watch it whenever you like. Make sure you guys like this video, okay? That y'all show some love now. We on here late now. I've been off. It's almost been 2 hours since I've been off work. And, I still make time for y'all. We still making time. I can't always do the mini love read. Sometimes I was able to do it because I was off on Monday, which was Martin Luther King Day. So I was able to do that. Usually I try to you know what, I'm not gonna sacrifice all the live nights that y'all used to, but we gonna do happy hour because technically you can still ask love questions on happy hour. So kind of sacrifice one over the other, right? And for those that was like, well, I like general questions too. I don't want to just ask about love. But of course, if y'all want something more personal, y'all can always oh, it's okay. Let me see. You did submit a question like 10 minutes ago. Sorry. Um Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I'll do this. I can do it for you on Saturday with your Christmas, your, what was it, reindeer, your reindeer question. I'll do it that way. So you don't have to wait a whole 7 days. I'll do it for you on Saturday when I send out your reindeer read. If that works for you, so you don't have to wait. And let me screenshot it before I forget, because girl, like I told you, my brain be like, I forgot something. Unless I put in my calendar or I screenshot it, I will forget. All right, so not always, but especially if it's like scheduled stuff, if I know I have something scheduled and that I need to do, I definitely put in my calendar. Like I have to. Okay, so where are we at? Mel. So I think we're at 1 hour and 13 minutes, right? No, I'm wrong. 170. That's like 112. And how many minutes? 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Okay, 112:06. All right. All right, Miss Mel, your question is, what might have happened if you two continued or what might have happened if you did continue to see this person? Would this person have tried to date you exclusively, commit, and what would the dynamic be like? If you guys would have got along, and what part of you wants to reconnect to just be friends with this person? Okay. I see. First question. If Mel was, and let's clear out, before I forget, clear out the previous energies. We send love, light, and peace to all those that I read for previously. Surround them with divine light and protection, divine source guide. Amen and Ashe. Ask for permission to tap into Mel's energy again in the connection that she had with the person that she asked about previously. It's okay. Sometimes, those questions, because people be thinking, and this is what I learned, because you know how teachers say there's no such thing as a dumb question. It really isn't, because sometimes you might help yourself with something you needed to hear, you needed to know, or if it's like a situation for other people that's onlookers or listeners, it might answer something for them. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be like, oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I shouldn't ask this. I know it's dumb. It's going to help something for you, most likely, hopefully. What might have happened, Spirit, if she did continue to see this guy in question? Like, what would have been? Oh, these cards flip face up. I feel like Spirit is telling you in particular, it's something that I feel like you do need to work through when it comes to patience with yourself. Because there might be an over analyzing of your role in this. And I always tell people it's okay to have a healthy check-in with yourself and check yourself like, okay, was I wrong in this situation, or could I have done something better differently? But there's a difference between checking in and over analyzing, or over, beating yourself up or gaslighting yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in this instance, there could be something that's teaching you patience with, maybe, okay, in the future, like if there's another person that you date and you're interested in, like to give it a chance, not in a sense of saying just let anything slide and don't have boundaries or healthy expectations, but that regret, I feel like, or that over analyzing could be a form of you over analyzing and second guessing yourself sometimes, to where either you move too quickly on decisions, or you feel like, oh, I should have did this or I shouldn't have done that, if that makes sense. Like you over analyze your choices or decisions, and it's like, make sure that you pace yourself and you sit with it. And if you have sat with it, be at peace with your choice and your decision. Because there's something in your head that you're like, well, maybe if I would have participated a little bit different, or what if I did this, if I did that, would this person have shown up, or would have moved into something more? And I'm just getting like, not necessarily. I don't even feel like spirit is entertaining the idea like, oh, if I would have, because you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to stick it out and see where it goes. No, because look, this Ten of Cups, I got to use discernment with this Ten of Cups in this particular deck, because this fairy is dancing with a rat. And it's like, it's kind of cute where it's like two different creatures being able to coexist together in happiness and joy and bliss and all that shit. But if you look at it too from another angle, it's kind of like someone that is high vibrational dwelling with someone that's a bottom feeder. And I'm not saying, let me correct myself. I'm not saying that this person is a bottom feeder, but you're vibrationally not a match for each other. They're at a low vibrational energy. So I don't even feel like it would be something that would persist into a positive direction for you. Because again, you got to remember, this person, when I picked up their energy was reflecting like, I know this person would know I ain't shit, or I ain't good enough, or I just don't have the proper tools to have a healthy relationship, and she would be wasting her time. So if that's the case, why would it persist or go differently, unless that person wants to say, oh, you know what, let me drop the bullshit that I've been on, let me correct this, let me do that. And not to say that they could never, or that they possibly wouldn't, but that will require effort, that will require discipline and accountability for self for them to do that. So I'm not really getting that much of anything would have been different if you gave it a shot or stuck around longer. You would have felt like you've been waiting, or that you potentially just wasted your time. It's going to feel like a loss to some extent. No. Yeah. I don't really see a commitment type energy from this. As far as like, oh, I should have stuck it out. No. I'll clarify the Knight of Pentacles real quick. Ace of Wands. King of Cups. Yeah, this person would have to have that desire, take the action to actually show up for love. They would have to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, no, because based off of where their energy is, they have to completely restructure something that they've been doing. But otherwise, no. If you would have waited for all of this, it would have been like, what the fuck am I waiting for? Like, why? No. Okay. Let's see. Part of you wants to reconnect just to be friends with this person, but you're not sure if this person would take it well, or view you as indecisive or unstable if you did. How would this person react, or what should you do? So I'm going to ask the question of like, if you were, what would this person's potential response or reaction, receptivity be, spirit, if she was to reconnect with this person just to be friends? What would be this person? Honestly, it's almost like spirit is saying, don't do that. Like, don't do it. And you can't lean completely on the tarot, no, but like, if something, like if you're asking and consulting spirit or the divine and you're asking the question, it's like, we gonna take heed or not, because we have free will, we can do whatever we want, but something within this feels like spirit is saying, don't even attempt to do it. Why not? It's like, this could create some sort of pattern again. So I don't know if this is like a reminisce of a ex energy or a past energy, a pattern with people in general, maybe not just romantic interest, but there's some sort of pattern where it's like, initially that something is not for you, or it's not going to work out, or you shouldn't, but then it's like, well, what if I was wrong? And then you kind of give it that shot. And a lot of people do this. Like, this is a human thing. We do it. But it's like, this is repeating a certain cycle. And it's like, this is a block. Like, don't do it. Because you're not going to get your reciprocated energy. You're not going to get anything back that is of balance, that is fair and just for you. It's just not. So I'm almost getting like, girl, nah, like, just no. Because what you ultimately want, and this is like where we got to be honest with self, like with the Emperor, I feel like the Emperor represents what you really want. You want someone that is like sure of who they are. Keep in mind, the Emperor is ruled by Aries. Aries is first house energy, and that's someone that is identified with self. Usually someone that is independent, someone that has a clear sense of their character, their personality, or they shape their character and personality, their ambitions, their goals, a leader. And this Knight of Swords did come out for this person, if I'm not mistaken, earlier when you asked about them. And it's this very guarded energy, someone that is very careful about what they say, what they do. It's almost like a lack of confidence if you look at his stance. Like, this knight is approaching the battle almost like, it looks like his head is tilted down, like he's not even looking straight forward and up. So there's like a lack of confidence. This person is impulsive. They don't have the mind of an emperor. They don't have a mind of someone that thinks rationally and practically for not only what's of their highest good, but those around them. Like, if I'm going to be in a relationship, you know as a leader, or as a in this person's instance, as a man, like, I'm only going to do things that I feel like is going to be of integrity, and not only for myself but the other person I'm with. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be real. I know what I want, I know what I don't want. I'm not going to sit around and beat around the bush. I'm not going to play little boy games and stuff like that. Like, this is somebody that knows what they want, versus this Knight of Swords. There's a lack of confidence there. So I just feel like, no, like, don't even do it. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. King. No. And then he came out as the King of Wands earlier. Nah. No. And I don't feel like you would really want to be this person's friend per se. It's almost like you like the idea maybe of this person to an extent. So it's like, could we really be friends, or would I still kind of be attracted or open to something else? Is this person going to be able to just stick to, oh, we just cool, we're just friends? No. Because there is an attraction there, not just on your side, but on his side too. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing from this. I hope that makes sense. Like, yeah, this is like a hell no. Like, it's knowing when to pick your battles wisely. It's like, do I not? Recognizing when we're almost running into a pattern or something, history repeating itself again in some kind of way. Yeah. All right, sis. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with you and gave you some insight, some clarity into the situation a little bit more. But you got free will, sis. You're free to do what you want to do. But yeah, that's just what I'm seeing. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Get my ass ready for bed, child. You're welcome. I'm gonna put the timestamps up. Yeah, I feel you. Be open to the more. What's on the other side? No. Or just, more experiences. We live and we learn. It's not a complete just, oh, F it. It's just a waste. No. Mm-mm. All right, ladies. I appreciate you guys. So I'm going to update the list right now while I'm on here with y'all. But other than that, I appreciate everyone's time joining in on the live. Make sure y'all show some love, some likes. And I will see you guys on the next one. I appreciate your donations. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me this late. But all right, much love to you guys. Be blessed, be safe. And until the next one, peace.